Well, on Saturday night, it is the hook for us because we're off to Manuka Oval, where the Giants cannot, and I repeat, cannot let the Bulldogs skipper Marcus Bontempelli do what he did against the Saints last weekend. He was incredible in his first game for the season. And Chad, it's fair to say the Giants probably need to have a plan for him.
Well, exactly right. I mean, he had 30 disposals, 2 goals, 2 goal assists, 8 clearance, 12 score involvement. So he impacted the game in every single facet. And one thing for me is that they need to tag him, but you can't put all that onus on one player. We used to have called it head on a platter. When a guy comes on, when a guy comes on the field, when he comes off, he needs to have at least 10 bruises. He needs to be hit 100 times. So you see how I suppose how Dacos has been treated in the first six games. He gets hit off ball all the time. The Bont was just on the week, maybe because it was his first game back. We were just easing him into it.
They forgot about him,
but he was able to do his own thing. And I think GWS, you know, they don't have a good rivalry with these teams. I think they're going to put a lot more effort, a lot more physicality into the Bont, because you can't allow someone of that calibre to just run free.
They've got Toby Bedford, but he's 14 centimetres shorter than Marcus Bontempelli. Yep. Would you have a Tom Green really go to him?
Again, I think it doesn't matter who the individual is, but it has to be someone. Okay. The more important thing for me for GWS is each line has to knock him anytime because he does sometimes start in the back 50. He started in the back 50 and then he started in a forward 50. So you've got to make sure that wherever he is on the ground, that you're hitting him and bumping him, just annoying him, because that can make a huge difference. He could stop him running an extra K, could stop him having uncontested possessions, because he had way too much of that on the weekend.
So we want to see a bruised and battered Marcus Bontempelli.
Oh, don't I love the guy? I love him. I love him. He's a star. But for the Giants, they do not love him this weekend.
Now, of course, we were all relieved when the news filtered through that Sam Darcy has not ruptured his ACL, but he is still going to miss a significant chunk of the season with that knee injury as it stands. It begs the question, and I'll open up to both of you, but how do they replace him?
To be honest, I love this question because I was at the game and Buku Karmas was actually started forward, so played forward once the injury happened.
Yep.
He didn't look as comfortable there as he did in the back line, but then Rory Lobb went back there in I think the last quarter and he showed a bit more potency. He's a bit taller, so it's a bit more of a mismatch. But what actually stood out for me is Norton took flight again. He being the focal point. Maybe that's the silver lining in Bulldogs, is that he's going to be the focal point now, and he could have kicked 7-8 goals if he kicked straight. So I know it's against St Kilda they dominated, but I would love to see how Norton's going to, I suppose, attack the next few games and next couple of months, however long it takes. Can he get back to his form in 2022?
Yeah, the one for me is Sam Davidson. Played a lot there last year. That's where he got drafted. I know he's been great on a wing to start the year, but maybe he spends more time forward. And the one we haven't seen, we might not see him this week, but we might see him in the next month, is Jordan Croft. Father-son recruit, former first-round pick, building quite nicely in the VFL, kicked 4 goals a few weeks ago, so maybe we see a lot more of him through winter.
These two have such a nice little rivalry that's been brewing. Of course, they've played some cracking finals as well, but it's the Dogs who have the wood over the Giants. They've won 7 of the last 8 against GWS. 2 of those wins also coming at Manuka Oval as well, so they know how to play in Canberra.